One of the things I really took away and was shocked by, impressed by, interested with, and anybody that is a sports person, you probably didn't know at the beginning of the project his relationship with his dad early on. Anybody that's a sports person that's of our age, football people, knew of that back in the day, and how they wound up at the end was shocking to me, was interesting to me. That whole part of it was just wonderful.
And that's one of the big things around marketing the book that's been challenging, but it's been a good challenge, is people see the cover or think, like you said, they think the name Todd Marinovich, they think of this, childhood superstar, groomed to be a quarterback, this horrific relationship with his father, just kind of drilled, forced into football. And the reality is that this story tackles so many different things from, yeah, family dynamics and father-son relationship, and that the beautiful circle that happens in there. That's the thing that people who love football pick up this book and had no idea that Todd's an artist and he's an exceptional artist, right? So I mean, he does work for stadiums, so the Raiders stadium. You name it, he's done quite a bit of artwork in places where it's he's had his stuff's been exhibited. And this idea that he was an artist before he was an athlete, it's hard for people to get their mind. Once we label people as something, that's kind of the media story that gets told. So there's kind of that interesting part of him. And then the levels of addiction. So in Todd's case, so much, at least especially in Southern California, made the news, right? And so, when he's found naked in someone's backyard, you know, it's in the papers, and he was getting, a lot of pretty uncomfortable press around some of these things. But people didn't know the level of addiction that was even happening back when he was playing, right? Now, the severity obviously increased substantially, but there's a conversation I think that needs to be had around, especially with these athletes, when we see a poor performance and we're like, yeah, you know, he let his team down, what was happening in the lead state? What was going on at home? Like these are human beings, right? They're not robots. And so there's a story in the book where we talk about it. We're going to be going to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. And Todd tested positive so significantly that they take him to the hospital. And finally he's cleared, but the team has already left to go to Kansas City. So they get him on a private flight out to join the team. They're kind of already there. He arrives the morning of the game, and he's told when he gets there, after all the drama around what was going on, that he's going to start at quarterback. No fan knows this, right? So can you imagine? No prep, no really kind of mental prep time for that. Had no idea if he was going to, frankly, have a job which started quarterback. It's mind bending what we expect of these athletes. And, some of his performances, really, he had a lot going on and he was struggling with a lot. Oh my gosh, like the feedback we got, we had no idea how bad his struggle was.